Thank you for calling Action Fraud, the UK's national fraud and cybercrime reporting centre. If you are in danger or witnessing a crime taking place right now, hang up and dial 999. Action Fraud takes reports on behalf of the police, and every report we receive helps to build a clear picture of fraud and cybercrime. We are aware of current scams relating to HMRC, national insurance, and COVID vaccinations. If you have received a text, email, or phone call and haven't responded to this or paid money, you can report this to us quickly and easily at www.actionfraud.police.uk/report-scam. If you've responded to the message or a call, or you are worried and would prefer to speak to us, please stay on the line and we'll connect you to one of our advisors as soon as possible. If you're calling from Scotland, think the person who defrauded you lives there, or to tell us about a crime that happened in Scotland, you'll need to hang up and dial 101. They'll put you through to your local police force who can help. If you are a business, charity, or organisation, press 1. If you are calling from a UK police force, press 2. If you believe you or someone you know is a victim of fraud and cybercrime, please press 3. If you want to listen to the message again, please press 8. To make a new report, please press 1. For an update on an existing report, please press 2. If you want to listen to the message again, please press 8. Okay, we'll put you into the queue to make a new report in a moment. Please be advised, Action Fraud does not have investigation powers, and we are unable to assist with the recovery of funds. However, the reports taken by Action Fraud are sent to our colleagues at the National Fraud Intelligence Bureau for assessment. We aim to answer your call as quickly as we can. If you would prefer to make a report online, you can do so at www.actionfraud.police.uk by clicking on Report to get started. Your call will be recorded for quality and training purposes. We may also share some relevant details with the appropriate law enforcement agency. Sorry to keep you waiting. We'll be with you as soon as we can. If possible, please have to hand any names, dates, phone numbers, or details of where your money has been transferred to. Thanks for your patience. We'll be with you soon. To get the latest updates, information, and advice on how to protect yourself, you can follow us on Facebook/ActionFraud, Twitter @ActionFraudUK, and Instagram @ActionFraud. Sorry to keep you waiting. We'll be with you as soon as we can. If you are a victim of fraud or cybercrime, you are not alone. We are here to help you. Every report matters, and your report can help us to protect others. Sorry to keep you waiting. We'll be with you as soon as we can. Where possible, enable two-factor authentication on your email accounts. It will help to stop hackers from getting into your online accounts, even if they have your password. Thanks for your patience. We'll be with you soon. To stay up to date about the latest scams and get advice and guidance on how to protect yourself, please sign up to our alert service at www.actionfraudalert.co.uk. Sorry to keep you waiting. We'll be with you as soon as we can. If you have purchased something that costs between £100,000 to £30,000 on your credit card, you might be able to get your money back under the Consumer Credit Act. sorry to keep you waiting. We'll be with you as soon as...
Good afternoon. Thank you for calling Action Fraud. Take calls and generate reports on behalf of the police. Thank you for your patience and holding. You're speaking with Evie. May I take your name and contact number, please?
Sorry, what did you say your name was?
Evie, Alpha Delta Indigo.
Okay, that's a very unusual name.
It's short for AJN. If I could take your name and contact number in case I need to call you back, please.
You certainly can, yeah. Just wondering why it is you're using a nickname if you're working for a fraud detection organisation.
It's just that my full name is a mouthful. A lot of people can't pronounce it. I'm the only lady here.
And what did you say it was short for?
Alpha Delta Romeo Indigo Echo November November Echo.
And how's that pronounced?
AJN.
I've heard that name before. It's like the French version, the French effeminate of Adrian, which is a British name, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you allowed to use a nickname at work?
Yes.
Okay. Is that not frowned upon in any way? Like, if people want to verify that the person they're talking to is genuine, using a nickname which nobody would ever be able to spell, just from you saying it, would kind of prevent them from ever verifying who you were, wouldn't it?
Well, all our calls are monitored and recorded, so it's easily traceable who you've spoken to. And I've worked here for nearly 4 years, so nobody's ever objected to it before.
Yeah, you might say that. Unfortunately, anybody could say that. It's a bit of a paradox to say that the calls are recorded. Whilst that's true, I'm sure they are by genuine action fraud departments. If you just get put through to a cyber criminal who's trying to prevent a report of fraud and trying to remain anonymous in doing so, then one of the classic things that unfortunately happens quite a lot to me due to being the victim of that type of cybercrime is that every single time they've tried to use a name which you could never spell unless you asked them to spell it. One of the other things they do quite frequently is use abbreviations or nicknames. So if you're working in an official capacity, especially within a crime enforcement department, you're not allowed to use a nickname. They're quite prescriptive on that. So you're not allowed to be Joe instead of Joanne or Joseph or whatever, because nobody can ever find out who you are. And it's exactly what criminals do. So before I give you any of my details, can I just take a few more details from you just to set my mind at ease? Because the thing that I'm trying to report involves people using exactly the same tactic, whereby they've hacked into a mobile phone and they're using preposterous nicknames and abbreviations of their name, which A, aren't phonetically decipherable. So on the phone, you just have no way of being able to spell them. And B, often they use abbreviations. So if you try to phone up the office or visit the office where somebody's claiming to work, and you say, is Joe there? They say, what's that short for? And you say, well, I don't know. They say, well, if you don't know the person's name, then there's nothing we can do to verify it. Sorry. So just before we go on, just to set my mind at ease, can we just do a quick personal specification for you? Is that okay? You don't have to answer the questions if you don't want to or if you aren't able to, but I'd just like to ask a couple of quick questions just to make sure that you aren't a cyber criminal in intercepting a phone call to action fraud, because that's exactly what I would expect to happen. And I'm sure you can understand yourself. But I'm phoning up specifically to report people who are intercepting outbound telephone calls on a hacked Android smartphone that I'm using. And they know that because they can see everything I'm doing on my Android smartphone and everything I'm doing on my computer. So there's about a 99% chance that this call would have been hacked. And if they did that, it would perfectly fit the narrative of the abbreviated nickname that you've just given me. And I know for certain that you're not allowed to do that within the Fraud Intelligence Bureau, the police force, or any British security apparatus. You're not allowed to go by pseudonyms or nicknames.
I'm just going to put you on hold for less than 2 minutes so I have a word.
I'd rather you didn't. Can I just ask you some questions first? Like I said, if you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but I'd just like to ask you a couple of quick questions just to make sure that you're genuine, and hopefully you'll be able to answer my query today. Adrian, do you mind me asking what your second name is? Is that okay? So could I take a second name? So this is making me very, very uneasy. Are you able to provide me with a second name? So I think it's pretty clear that you're obviously not genuine, isn't it? Okay, I'll phone back again. Maybe try and get somebody that's not kind of trying to take the piss next time. Maybe make a little bit more effort, and it might be a bit more believable, and you won't all get fucking nicked. Cheers.